Former University of Arizona college basketball player Kerr charged with defrauding victims out of $2.2 million. So, hello world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for those who have continued to follow me, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and ears up to some of the travails and tribulations that take place throughout our cities, our states, our country, and sometimes around the world. Well, first, before I get into this story, I want to thank folks who have been supporting my channel, especially on Facebook. I'm under Donnie Cross, DonnieCross on Facebook. And on YouTube and Substack, my channel is called the Trevor Donald Experience. So please continue to follow me, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or Substack. Whether it's follow, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I do appreciate it. I try to, on a daily basis, research and find unique stories that really tell themselves. I try to just we have busy lives here trying to survive this crazy world that we live in. And many of us miss the news. I mean, we're raising kids, grandkids, having 2 and 3 jobs, just trying to make it from day to day. And if I can provide you one unique story that would have not have come across your radar to open your eyes and ears up, there's a lot of craziness that's going on in the world today. Then if I can provide that channel for you where you can listen to one of my stories and go, wow, I never knew that even happened. That's what my channel and my Facebook page or channel is all about. So let's get into this story. This is a very unique story. I think you'll be interested in this, and I'll make it quick. So there's a guy named Kriisa. He's the Estonian. He's from Estonia, so he's an Estonian guard who was actually named after Steve Kerr, who played for the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan. Hit one of those big shots to win one of those championships. But also Steve Kerr played at the University of Arizona in the 80s. There's some irony. This Kriisa played at the University of Arizona, and his parents named him after Steve Kerr, who also played at the University of Arizona, but back in the 80s. He's around my age. But Kriisa played at the University of Arizona from 2020 to 2023. And so let me tell you a little bit about his basketball career. Kriisa played all 35 games with 34 starts for the 2022-2023 Wildcats season as a junior. Averaged 9.9 points and 2.4 rebounds and led the Pac-12 in assists at 5.14 per game, while tying for the team lead with 83 made three-pointers. So he's a pretty decent player. He was suspended for his first 9 games at West Virginia because he transferred to West Virginia after admitting to taking impermissible benefits at Arizona. He later transferred to Kentucky, then Cincinnati. So he went to the University of Arizona, West Virginia, Kentucky, and then Cincinnati. You know, with this new NIL stuff, you can go to college for 6 or 7 years now. College is all screwed up. None of it is about education. Completely. It is completely about the money from top to bottom. It's not about educating these kids at all. So the fraud allegations, and I think the corruption in college sports and then all being about the money is possibly what led this man to go down this road to commit these fraudulent crimes, knowing that he did not have an NBA career coming up. So here's the fraud allegations. Prosecutors say that from 2022 through June 2nd of 2026, so 4 years, Kriisa carried out a scheme in West Virginia and elsewhere to obtain nearly $2.2 million from multiple victims using false representation, fabricated identities, and deceptive communications. And this is where the story is interesting and made me want to do it. I mean, there's fraud schemes going on and fraud stories going on all the time. But like I say to you, for those who follow me, I try to find unique stories for you. He was a college basketball player at a high level and didn't make it to the NBA. It's from Estonia. He allegedly posed. This is what he did. He allegedly posed as various people, including fictional contacts and family members. For example, he dressed up as his mother in one instance and also acted as a woman named Irene in another instance, claiming to repay the money he owed to these victims. Also, he falsely claimed he and his family were in danger and that his mother needed cancer treatment or that the family property required urgent financial support. So the specific alleged tactics, in August 2022, he allegedly told one victim he'd taken out a loan to repay her, then months later falsely claimed he planned to sell his organs to get money. I'm going to repeat it again. He told the victim he had taken out a loan to repay her. It's in 2022. And then months later, he falsely claimed that he planned to sell his organs to raise money. I didn't even think there was a system or a business out there for that legally. He allegedly requested repeated payments from two victims and at times directed one victim to send money to the other under false pretenses. In April 2025, he allegedly signed a written agreement promising to repay one victim $100,000 by February of 2026 of this year. A promise prosecutors also say was fraudulent. So, what is the legal status with this case? And this is a young man. Here again, so you got several caveats. Young guy in his early 20s, just completed college, didn't make it to the NBA, from Estonia, is an immigrant, and with all this money that these kids are making in the NBA, 40, 30, $50 million, going to college is a joke. It's not about the education. It's just a farming system for these kids to try to get to the pros and make $200-300 million. However, the statistics show that less than 1% are going to get an opportunity to do that. So the need for greed, if these young folks whose minds aren't fully developed, if they don't know how to handle the rejection of not making it, what are they going to fall back on? Especially if you're going to 4, 5, 6 different schools, you didn't get a degree, you really didn't get an education. It's just a farming system at many of these top universities in basketball. You're going to see more stories like this where if all else fails and they don't make it to the NBA, the level of criminality and desperation will reach its ugly head. So Kriisa was arrested by federal agents in Kentucky. His system started in West Virginia. He gets arrested in Kentucky. He was indicted by a West Virginia grand jury. With the case unsealed on Monday, July the 6th, he made his first federal court appearance on Tuesday, July 7th, and was released, but ordered to surrender his passport and have no contact with the victims or witnesses. So you got to remember, this is a federal case because he did this in multi-state. There are multi-state victims. Also, his passport is important because he's from Estonia. He's an Estonian. He's an immigrant. So he did not enter a plea. Kriisa faces 5 counts of wire fraud, and prosecutors are seeking forfeiture of roughly $2.2 million in proceeds. And when you're talking about 5 counts of wire fraud, I mean, he literally could do 30, 40, 50 years in prison. I don't think that's necessarily what they're going to convict him on. If he gets convicted, remember, these are only allegations at this point and at this juncture. But trust me, wire fraud, conspiracy, federal conspiracy, federal wire fraud, federal stealing, federal theft are things you do not want to have on your jacket. This young man is in hot water, and I think you're going to see more of this. The corruption of college sports, these NIL has gone amok, and these young folks that are going to college on these athletic scholarships are not going there for academics. It is a farming system for them to try to make it to the pros. And remember, the statistics, the numbers don't lie. Less than 1% make it. So you're going to see much more of this need for greed and chasing that dollar, chasing that bag by any means necessary is happening a lot. The federal penitentiary is going to get more and more crowded each and every day unless things change. So tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth in a positive, righteous, and God-conscious way.